Hey guys, welcome back to another speed build. And in this speed build, we are converting the Lakeview Library into the Lakeview Apartments. So this build is originally built by this Sims YouTuber called X Freezer Bunny X. And I'll make sure to keep all their information in the description simply because I don't change anything on the outside. But they were also hired by the Sims team to make this. I'm making this for fun. But this is a gorgeous build. So good. It's in the high school years world, and I've been wanting to convert in a EA, quote unquote EA build. This isn't technically an EA. I mean, it is an EA build, but it's built by a YouTuber, a Sims creator, and I've been wanting to convert one into apartments for a while. And I was just wandering around and found this building. Was I would love to live in a building that looks like this, so I'm gonna turn them into apartments. And I first was trying to keep the original staircase and the opening, but then I was like, there's absolutely no way that I will be able to fit more than two apartments in if I kept those. So I end up scrapping and basically gutting the entire building, and then end up putting 5 apartments and a laundry room. So for the packs for this, I successfully did very limited packs. I literally used only high school years and base game, and then also the laundry pack because I wanted to have a laundry room. So if someone wanted to download this and didn't have the laundry days pack, they could download it and then turn that laundry room into a bathroom for the entire building or something, or a gym, a very, very tiny gym, or some kind of community space. So if you don't have laundry, just download it anyway and just clear out that room will just clear out. And then I did use at the very end, I did use the city living pack simply because I wanted to have mailboxes. So again, if you don't have the city living pack, you can still download this and it'll just get rid of the mailboxes. Those tiles I'm using right now from high school years are so fun. They should have a lot more floors, especially tile floors are like that, where you can add trim to it. It's just so good. And here is me starting on the floor plans, but they're all very tiny apartments and I stress easily. So I was like, never mind. I'm not going to do the floor plans, trying to add bathrooms to these rooms. And I just work on the laundry room. Laundry rooms are fun to build. I don't know why I don't include them more often. And what's kind of cool is that for those washer dryer sets is that the very last gray swatch has a coin slot on it. So it's you have to pay for your laundry kind of vibe. Was gonna try to make this the only room that I use the laundry day stuff in, but I end up using it as decoration in some of the apartments as well. So if you do download this without laundry day, some of those decorations will be removed. But it's nothing super major. Here I am just adding some plants and some decor because that's the only way I know how to fill space is with plants, and add a mirror. Don't know why you would need a mirror in a laundry room. For some odd reason, when I was building this, I was like, what does a laundry room in an apartment look like? As if I don't have one in my own building that I go to once a week. And here I am and finally sucking up and actually working on these apartments. So there are two 1-bedrooms and 2 studios. They're all pretty tiny and pretty tight, and also just weird layouts. So I really tried to make them all kind of unique and interesting, but also keeping a lot of the same. All of them have the same refrigerator, fridge, and sink, and all the same, but in different colors of the counters. But they're all unique and different kind of colors and everything. One room is very bright, one is darker, one's more blue. And I usually just based it around the beds that I had, because 2 of the bedrooms have full-size beds and then 2 of the bedrooms have twin-size beds. Even though I could have fit full-size beds in other bedrooms, just I just felt it looked better with a twin and it made more space. And for the bathrooms, I actually struggled a lot with these because I wanted them to just be 2 by 2, but I'm not using, and I guess I could have because I did end up using something from City Living, but I don't have the shower stuff from Mount Kamarabi. And because I couldn't use those shower heads from that, and also Discover University, I think also has the shower heads where you can make a 2 by 2 bathroom. But because I have to use full-size toilet, full-size sink, and also a full-size shower, I had to make them more of 2 by 2 with one jut. So it was it was kind of fun and interesting to try to figure out where that could go. I think literally for one of them, it is one of the columns on the outside is where the shower is. And I think that's the only one that's like that. But it was interesting to try to figure out how to make that layout work and still have room for everything else. And that actually is what made this build really fun for me, at least, was just the layouts were odd. Very weird layouts, kitchens, whatever, and just figuring out how I wanted to fit everything. Because my goal was to at least fit a bed, maybe a desk. Did I put a desk? I don't know if I put a desk in everyone, but my goal was to fit a bed a like table for eating, everything for the kitchen, and a dresser, and then as well as like some form of entertainment, whether it's a TV or it's a computer. Here I am starting on the first apartment, and I'm not the most happy with most of the layouts and all of these just because it's like weird in the first place, but I'm very happy with how I was like trying to be creative about it. And this room's probably the most boring out of all of them layout wise. Like everything's just kind of squished in the same room. And then the other ones is when I start getting a little bit more like exploratory with how I was gonna lay everything out. And in this room it's more of like tropical, colorful kind of stuff. So it's a lot of like red, orange, blues. I kind of, like I said, I based all of it off of every single room off of like what bed and what the bedspread was in that room. And I also used this wallpaper for all the rooms instead of using the one that was already there. And I used that for all the rooms and then just like changed the color, and maybe they just like redid all the walls and then rechanged the paint and maybe like the color of the wood paneling in every room. And since all these rooms are like pretty tiny, I'm thinking of this more as for like college students or like very young people who like don't have a lot of money, even though probably some of these apartments are low-key kind of expensive with the amount of stuff in them. But yeah, mostly for like college students. So this could be like a really good college lot. Like maybe in Copperdale, they put a like university or something, and a bunch of college students move into this like old library. And I do end up jumping back and forth between these two because right now I'm working on a 1 bedroom, and I do jump back and forth back to the original because I'm like, oh, I can add this, oh, I can add this, oh, I can add this. Like I can add curtains, I can blah, blah, blah. Fill it with plants because that's what I do with everything is I just fill them with plants. But like, honestly, I think it's great to have plants in your apartment. I have some plants in my apartment. Are they all alive? That's questionable. I've been trying super hard to keep them alive, but I don't know. Some plants just like don't agree with me, even though I water them plenty, maybe too much. I don't know. I should really do more research, but I do put a lot of plants. I just think they're good decoration, especially because some of these rooms only have like one window. Like this smaller, more colorful room only has one window in them. Some others have like two. I think there's even one that has three. But I just think this would be a very cool place to live, especially like first apartment when you live alone. I think this would be a very cool building. There's actually an apartment in New York that's in this old bank that I was looking at for a while. It was like I don't know why we didn't end up moving there. I don't think we even like went in person, but it ended up just like being like way too expensive. Because something in New York that they do a lot is that they'll like list it at a different price and then say there's a whole bunch of fees that end up like bringing up like another like $400-$500. So it makes apartment hunting in New York really, really hard. So, and I think I add hampers in every single apartment. I know for a fact I did add trash cans because I went through at the end and made sure every single one had a bin in it because I kept forgetting to add bins. Something that is not included is there is no bin on the outside. Like there's no outdoor bin. So there's only indoor bins, which probably isn't the best. So maybe I'll add an outdoor bin before I upload this to the gallery. Or at least like a trash chute somewhere that they can like use as an outdoor bin. And now I'm working and kind of actually like finishing up this final bedroom, which is this like dark blue. It's based off like that plaid. So it's mostly like dark brown, dark blue. And I think I was actually able to squeeze like a little reading corner if I moved a desk to the end of the bed. And I'm actually pretty happy with this layout because I just think I was able to fit a lot. Moving on to the final bedroom on the top floor. This is the black and white mostly apartment, and in this one I was actually able to put a TV in the bedroom. I believe there's like one above the dresser. And moving on to like, let's talk about for rent again. There's been a lot of things going on. So when this comes out, it'll probably be a couple days till for rent comes out, but right now early access hasn't even started, so there's like no content out, so everyone's just making theories. Again, a lot of them are about the world right now because the world was leaked, and some people are like pretty mad about there only being 9 lots, which I understand the like concern and like the thought process behind, but I don't know. I just think like on X or like Twitter or whatever you want to call it, I just feel like a lot of people can be a little dramatic and a little mean to each other. I can get like having an opinion and wanting to like be vocal about it, but I also think there is a way you can be nice to other Sims people, especially when it seems like, and I don't know if this is true, but it does seem like a lot of the people are on the younger side and it's the older ones being mean to them. So I don't know. But I'm very excited for early access to come out so we can start watching things. And then I think the pack comes out in like 2 weeks. So when it comes out, I'll get it. And I think I'm going to make a video converting all the builds I've done so far for the pack into actual apartments and maybe adding some Sims into them. So I'm excited to to play with this lot as an actual apartment building. Maybe I'm thinking about starting a legacy challenge like when the pack comes out, and maybe I'll live in this building, but we'll see. I'll likely end up moving somewhere in the new world just because it's a pretty world, and I think it's a cool culture that I'd love to explore more of. Moving down to the studio on the first floor, I think this actually may be I'm pretty sure this one is probably my favorite apartment out of all of them. I think I don't remember if I end up putting a double or a single bed. We'll see. But I was actually able to fit, so see how tiny this unit is? I was able to fit both a computer and a TV, which I think is pretty cool. And this is me playing with some tile because I thought about adding tiles into the kitchens, but ended up scrapping that idea. But I first was playing with the idea of having the TV on the back of this tall dresser, but I like did it and like tried to make it work by deleting that wall, because if you don't want something to stick to something, just delete it and then add it back later. But I ended up like looking a little odd, so I built a little like TV area in the corner, and this is me adding that kitchen. I actually accidentally used some stuff from City Living, but I delete them and replace them with a different chair later on. But yeah, this is the little area for the TV, and then I end up putting the desk like basically right behind the TV, and it's just like a normal table that I just like stick a laptop on, but it works as a desk. And I do end up swapping that bed to a double bed just because there is space for it. It like is a little squishy between the door, but I don't hate it. And then we add a little side table with a little clock on it, add some flowers and plants around because like I said, you have to put flowers everywhere. And then I think we're about to start moving on to the final apartment. So for the final apartment, this is the pink apartment. I think this one is probably my least favorite. And it's not just because like it's pink. I actually like pink a lot, but I don't know. I think it's just like too much of one color, and I do make it like a little better than what you're seeing right now, because those, I mean, I just turned them to the white counters, but they used to be this like yellowish pink that I was gonna try to use, but it looked bad, so I just turned it to white, and I think that does help a lot. And on like second look, it's not that bad. It's actually kind of cute and pretty, but I'm pretty happy. It's a cute apartment. I end up actually being able to fit an entire like living space. I put the couch basically right to the door into the bedroom and then have the TV across the way. So you do have to walk across the like TV to get to the bedroom, but I think it looks nice, and it's nice to have one of the apartments to actually have a living room. And I guess like the one we just did previously, not the one downstairs, but upstairs also has a living room. Actually, no, both of them on the first floor have living rooms. The ones on the upstairs do not have living rooms. So these are good for like hosting. And here we are moving into the like shared space, and that's where I add those apartment mailboxes. If you don't have that pack, go ahead, download this. It'll just remove the apartment mailboxes. And I think we're getting close to the end of the speed build section. I just add some stuff into the living area and like fix up some other things that were just like left behind. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the build, and let's jump into first person mode. All right, so here is Lakeview Library, and this is the original library, just so you can see how little I actually changed the outside. I actually don't think I changed it at all. I just thought we could take a look at the original library built by Freezer Bunny because it looks so good by itself. So we have this beautiful entryway with a beautiful skylight, this nice book area and study area, front desk. Over here are the bathrooms, which is just one stall. If you go up this grand staircase, this great open area that we end up having to get rid of, a computer and chess table, another reading nook, and then in here is actually a kids area, the Lakeview Apartments, which is literally looks like the same thing, but the inside's very different. Going inside, the stairwell has moved to the entryway, and we have all the mailboxes of the 5 apartments, and then a little bulletin board for all the occupants. And where the bathroom used to be, there's now a small laundry room for all the tenants in the building. Across the hallway is the first unit, which is this pink unit. Has a small living room. All the bathrooms in this building are the same. And then a cute bedroom as well. The second unit on the first floor is the blue room, or one of the blue rooms. I guess there's 2. It's kind of dark, but we have a living area with a computer, tiny kitchen, a full-size bed. The third unit is the black and white room, which is actually black, white, purple, and blue more so, which has a small kitchen, a little dining area, a little reading corner. In the bedroom has a desk, a TV, the bed, and a mirror. The fourth unit is this blue and brown room. Has a pretty weird sized kitchen. And this is the room with the skylight, which had to be cut in half instead of going all the way across so the sound wouldn't get into the hallway. And they have a computer as well as the bathroom. And then for our final unit down this skinny hallway is the more colorful coral unit, which has a twin size bed, a dining area, and a nice little kitchen. So I'm super excited for rent to come out so I can make this building functional. Let me know what you guys are most excited about in For Rent, and I will see you guys in the next one.